The next step for how we can support loved ones is to heal our concern. Heal our concern. One of Unity's teachings is that thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are energy. They're creative. That we co-create our reality. And if we spend our time worrying about people and fretting about people, what is that doing? That's contributing to the problem, isn't it? If thought and worry and anxiety is a type of prayer, and that's what we're thinking and associating with that loved one, then perhaps we're contributing to the problem instead of the solution. Sometimes prayer becomes an orgy of worry. Oh God, do you see what he's going through? Do you see how he's living his life? Will you do something already? Help him already. Do something. Get rid of that girlfriend. Or whatever. But that's thinking of God as like out there somewhere who's a servant of us, you know. God, get on the job, will you? Do something. And God's not a servant out there, right? God is everywhere present, expressing in and through us. If that's how God was, then we could worry and fret all we want to, and it wouldn't have any impact, because God would be busy doing the work. But since we're connected to our loved ones and to everyone, we need to be in the consciousness through which God can express. That's how we help our loved ones. Unity has a classic saying, God can only do for you what he can do through you. We need to get our consciousness in a place that's centered in God so that God can work through us. And the only way to do that is to heal the worry and the fear and the concern. So sometimes praying to God out there can help us heal our worry and our fear. God, I'm so worried about her. Would you help me get a sense of peace about this? You know, and then we work on ourselves to get that sense of peace and that sense of calm and that sense of trust. I love the story Eric Butterworth told of his little son who hit his head and it had swollen up and the son was screaming and crying. Eric rushed him to the emergency room, was in the room with the doctor, and the doctor was looking at the son, and the son was crying, and the head was swelling, and Eric noticed in himself he was really anxious and uptight. He said, wait a minute, I'm part of the problem here. Let me go get myself centered. He left the emergency room, he walked down the driveway of the hospital, he sat on a curb, put his head in his hands, and he just, let me get myself together here. And he began to get centered, to get into a sense of peace and calm. And when he was centered, he went back to the room. He walked into the emergency room. The doctor was there. He looked confident. The child had quieted down. And the doctor said, the most amazing thing happened. As soon as you left the room, he healed his concern. He healed his concern. Jesus said, whosoever sins ye forgive, they are forgiven unto them. Whosoever sins ye retain, they are retained. In other words, what are we focusing on? Are we retaining the problem? Or are we freeing the person through our thoughts? Free them.